This lecture deals with non-deterministic finite automata, that is NFA, abbreviated as NFA. So let us consider this model Q0, Q1, Q2. Let Q2 be the final state. A. Let the input alphabets be A and B. Okay. So if we consider transition diagram of this finite automata, you are having three states Q0, Q1, Q2. Q0 is the start state, Q1 is a non-final state, Q2 is a final state. We are having two alphabets A and B, and if you go through this transition diagram, it is pretty clear that for each state there exists unique transition for A and B. For Q0 there exists one A transition, one B transition. For Q1 there exists one A transition, one B transition. For Q2 there exists one A transition and one B transition. So if machine is in state Q1 and if the input encountered is A, it can deterministically take a movement, because from Q1 if input is A, just remain in Q1. From Q1 if input is B, then go to Q2. There does not exist any confusion. Okay. So let us change this transition. So I have changed this B transition to A transition. Rather than B, assume that there exists A transition. So from Q1, what happens if the input encountered is B? Machine is in state Q1 and from the input string, let the current input encountered is B. From Q1, if input is B, this machine cannot take a movement. It will stuck there. So that is what you mean by non-determinism. Again, from Q1, if input is A, what happens? From machine is in state Q1, input is a confusion arises. That is whether to take this self transition, whether to remain in the same state or whether to go to state Q2. That is what you mean by non-determinism. So if there exists multiple transition for a particular input symbol from a state, then that leads to non-determinism. Then if transition for a particular symbol, input symbol is absent for a state, that will also leads to non-determinism. So these are the two instances that leads to non-determinism. So if you consider this model, this is a non-deterministic model because of two reasons. From Q1 it's having two A transition, from Q1 there does not exist any A transition. Now let us formally define NFA. NFA is formally defined using a 5-tuple representation, that is same as that of DFA. M equal to Q sigma delta Q0 F, where Q is the non-empty finite set of states, non-empty finite set of states. Then sigma is the non-empty finite set of alphabets or inputs. Then delta is the transition function that maps from Q cross sigma to 2 raised to Q. So that is the mapping. I will make it clear with an example. Then Q0, as you all know, it's the start state or initial state, and F is the non-empty finite set of final states, and you know that F is a subset of Q. So for this NFA to exist, there must be at least one state. So Q is non-defined set of states. Then sigma is non-defined set of alphabets. There should be at least one alphabet or input symbol. Then delta is a transition function that maps from Q cross sigma to Q. So this is the main point that differentiates NFA from DFA. Q0 is the start state or initial state. F is a non-defined set of final state. So if you compare formal definition of NFA and DFA, it differs only in the mapping of transition function. So let us explain this mapping with an example. So let us consider transition diagram. Same as DFA, we can represent NFA using three methods. One is using transition diagram, that is a diagrammatic representation, and the second one is using a transition table, that is tabular representation, and the third one is mathematical notation or mathematical representation. So let us consider this model. So this is actually an NFA because Q0 is having two A transitions, then Q1 is having two B transitions. Now, Q1 is having one B transition and no A transition. That is the reason for non-determinism. So since Q0 is having multiple A transition, that leads to non-determinism. And since Q1 is having no A transition, that is after reaching Q1, if A encounters, machine cannot proceed further. So that leads to non-determinism. Let us consider the tabular representation. Transition table. So you are having set of states here, set of alphabets in that row. So you are having alphabets A and B. You are having states Q0 and Q1. Q0 is the start state and Q1 is the final state. So you have to designate Q1 using asterisk symbol. What is Q0A? Q0A leads to Q0 or Q1. So here you are having a set Q0, Q1. That is from Q0, if we supply input A, it can either go to Q0 or Q1. Now what about Q0B? Q0 is having no B transition. So here it is null set. Now what about Q1A? From Q1 there does not exist any A transition. A transition is absent. So here it is null set. Now what about Q1B? Q1B is Q1 itself. Now we can mathematically represent this model. Mathematical representation. So let this machine be M equal to Q sigma delta Q0 F, where what is Q? Q equal to set Q0 Q1. What about sigma? Sigma equal to set AB. What about delta? Delta Q0A leads to set Q0 Q1. Delta Q0B is null set. Delta Q1A is null set. Delta Q1B is equal to set Q1. And Q0 is the start state and F is the final state. You are having only one final state, let it be Q1. From this it is clear that if you consider transition function, the left hand side is a member that belongs to Q cross sigma. Q cross sigma. Right hand side is a member that belongs to power set of Q. So that is the reason for defining delta as the transition function that maps from Q cross sigma to 2 raised to Q. So if you consider transition function, the left hand side is a member that belongs, or this function takes parameter from Q cross sigma and it maps to, or the resultant will be an element that belongs to power set of Q. So null set is an element that belongs to power set of Q. Q0, Q1 is a set. Q0, Q1 is an element that belongs to Q. As you all know, set of all possible subsets is termed as the power set. Now, can you recognize or identify the set of strings accepted by this model? Set of strings accepted by this machine is termed as language of NFA. So this is the NFA. Let the NFA be M. What is L of M? L of M equal to set of strings accepted by this model. So check whether it accepts A. From Q0 by consuming A, it will go to Q1. So it accepts A. Check whether it accepts A. From Q0, A. So it accepts A. What about AB? From Q0, A, B. Now what about ABB? That is also accepted. ABB. Now what about ABB? That is also accepted, etc. So this is the set of strings that are accepted by this particular model, NFA. Now let us formally define language accepted by NFAM. Language accepted by NFAM is defined as L of M equal to set W belonging to sigma clean closure. That is set of strings generated using the alphabet set sigma. Here alphabet set sigma is set AB, such that delta cap Q0 W intersection F is not equal to null set, which means that from Q0, by applying input string W, if it ends up in any one of the final states, or if it will end up in some set of states. So if one among the state is a final state, then the string is said to be accepted. So by applying W from Q0, you will be having multiple possible movements. After tracing all possible movements, if it ends up in one among the final state, then the string is said to be accepted. So I will make it clear with an example. So let us extend this model. Let the input string be A. So if I trace the transition path from Q0, it will read first A. What are the possible movements? Okay, A. From Q0, by applying A, it can go to Q1, or it can remain in same state Q0. Okay. Now from Q1 and Q0 you have to apply A. From Q1, if it takes A, it will remain in the same state Q1. From Q0, if it takes A, from Q0 if it takes A, it can go to Q1 or remain in same state Q0. So this is the sequence or set of paths traced while considering the input A. So it actually ends up in set of state Q1 and Q0. That is by considering input A, these are the possible paths, that is Q0, Q1, Q1, Q0, Q0, Q1, Q0, Q0, Q0. That is, if I consider Q0, 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 A, it will remain in non-finite state. From Q0, it can read A, remain in Q0. From Q0, reading A, it can go to Q1. That is one possible movement. And the other possible movement is from Q0 for input A, go to Q1. From Q1, read A. So these are, we are having three possible paths. We'll get three possible paths while tracing with this particular input symbol, input string. So from this, so you have to take intersection of this set with F. So what is F here? F is equal to set Q1. So if I take intersection F is Q1, this is not equal to null set. Not equal to null set. If so, you can say that the string is said to be accepted. Or in other words, out of these states, if there exists at least one final state in that set, then the string is said to be accepted. And if you formally represent it, you can use the extended transition function delta cap Q0 A. So this is equal to delta cap Q0 A delta Q0 A, and the remaining input is A. So this will be equal to, so what about delta Q0 A? Delta Q0 A is set, delta Q0 A is set Q0 Q1, and the remaining string is A. Now you have to extend this. So this is equal to delta cap this is equal to this state you have to apply input A, and to this state you have to apply input A. Delta Q0 A union delta Q1 A. So what is delta Q0 A? Delta Q0 A is Q0 Q1 union. What about delta Q1 A? Delta Q1 A is delta Q1 A is Q1. So this will be equal to set Q0 Q1. And from this set, while taking intersection with set of final state, it is pretty clear that this is not equal to null set, because if I take intersection with F, that will be equal to set Q1, because F is equal to set Q1. So in this way you can formally show that string is said to be accepted. And again, after obtaining this set, if it does not contain any final state, then that string is said to be rejected. Then what is the relevance of non-deterministic finite automata? So actually, from the design point of view, it is difficult to construct deterministic model as compared to non-deterministic finite model, NFA. So NFA is easy to construct, and again if you go through the equivalence of NFA and DFA, both are equivalent in terms of power. So if one wants to design DFA to solve a particular problem, deterministic finite automata to solve a particular problem, rather than designing DFA directly, he can easily design NFA at first and convert it into equivalent DFA. So you will learn those things in the successive lectures.